Greetings, my excellent friends. We are doing our best to pass the Shah exam. The first question was a little odd at first, but not that difficult. The answer was, "Hey, who turned out the lights?" Presented with three paths. One of them was a very quick dead end, but the other two seemed to have more to them, so we're currently... The interesting thing, obviously this temple, this facility was built in universe with rooms and chambers, but it's also gone to ruin a bit. So the area we're walking through now, I believe we were jumping up through a hole in the wall, so it might sort of lead to not sequence breaking in the game developer sense, because they created this, including those holes, but it's interesting that sort of like meta sense of and lots of games do this when they have ruins with puzzles and things where it's like, you know, there's the intended path from the people who built in the thing in universe versus the intended path of the game designer. Like Portal 2, when you actually leave the testing chambers and go out into the other places. It's like you never stop doing what the designers came up with, but you do stop doing what the in-universe designers came up with, and it gets trippy and meta. Anyway, we were going through a hole in the wall, I believe. Meanwhile, I see on Twitter well, it's almost ingenious, but it's obviously very terrible. Helldivers 2 has taken off. I am interested in it. It's a bit steep, price-wise, without any sale, but it does sound like the sort of the same sort of realm of fun that Payday occupies, except this one's actually doing well. And when I talk about how, like, the reason I haven't got into it is because of the price, that's why this is relevant to me. It's a tweet that says, no, Helldivers 2 is not 50% off or 75% off on Steam. Someone else has taken their completely different shitty game and replaced all of its details with a copy of the Helldivers 2 listing. So they have changed the name of their Steam game to Helldiver. It's like a fake Twitter account with a lowercase L instead of an uppercase I. They've changed the name of their game to Helldivers 2. They've changed the description of their game to the description of Helldivers 2. And they've changed the screenshots and trailers to copies of the ones from Helldivers 2. And they've put the price at a huge markdown. So presumably you buy this, you hit the launch button, and a different fucking game starts playing. How can you possibly expect this to work in a way that doesn't get you in trouble? Steam has a no frills refund policy. If you've played it for less than 2 hours, if you own it for less than 14 days, you will get refunded. You don't need a reason. So you buy a game, you launch it, and a different game launches. I think you refund that. I don't think you get your money back. I guess the idea is Steam pays you the money back, not the developer, but then these guys are just gonna get sued by Steam. I don't know. Like, they even, like... And they get sued by the people who make Helldivers because, like, they changed their name to a copy of the... Like, they change every detail to a copy. That means they're misrepresenting the name of the game, they're taking the assets from the game, and they are impersonating the developer. They are doing literally everything that you can do to break the law as fast and as thoroughly as possible. That's it. Yeah, you don't even need the thresholds. If you in your description say, "Hey, I bought this a month ago and I finally booted it up and it isn't Helldivers," they will still refund you because that's a crime. Granted, if that listing was still available a month from now, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, that's the dumbest thing. New hotfix, new bug, by the way. Perform doesn't work. Was that a hotfix between this and the last stream? Because we used Perform very recently, did we not? We used it to move the Warden on Wednesday. I don't use it a lot. I can count on one hand the number of times that I've used it. I imagine I would use it more in Baldur's Gate. That seems like the place where the most use cases. But hopefully by then they've... Yeah, okay, well, hopefully by then they've hotfixed the hotfix. Yeah, what did they fix that we've given up our performance skills for? Anyway, interesting they've got these blacked out sections here. But I explored all through that, so we're just heading out into this Underdark-esque... Well, it is the Underdark, I imagine, cavern, as opposed to going deeper into the thing itself. We do have one... We have an indicator that Ketheric Thorm's relic is over here, or at least a pathway to it. So we'll try to go there last. Keep ourselves to the left.
Swift as my feet can carry
so for that reason, I think it's a good idea to go this way instead of deeper in. But we'll see if this winds its way out to, like, another entrance.
I smell a trap.
You do? Where? Cloaker! Cloaker! Well, I'm concerned. I'm very familiar with cloakers, but they don't normally look like this. The poor little cloaker who is meant to ambush people who go for the chest right next to it just keeps getting ambushed himself. Pretty easy to spot. Hey, does he have mates is the question.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yo, I heard you like ambushes, so I ambushed your ambush. I guess that's the thing. If we stayed on the cliff, we could have the high ground. It's just it seemed like the range was a bit much for 105 HP. Certainly, we'd get penalties for like Astarion's bow. The throwing probably would have worked, but I wanted to get closer to see if it was going to turn into a fight with others. But it sounds like this one's on its own. We still get penalty for too dark, but we get the sneak attack, I believe. No, we don't, because it's dark. There we go. They saved on the acid, but fuck it.
A cloaker!
Why are you surprised? You shot it! Twice!
Making me sweat.
Oh, it is so fucked. So fucked.
Go on.
Joined battle! Ended battle!
Waiting with bated breath.
My faith protects me.
Looking ahead. Open up.
And why were you so upset about the cloaker?
What can I do for you, my friend?
Shadowheart using her fists. Right, I had to take off, or I didn't have to in the end because it was the lanterns, but I took off her Lathander thing because it was emitting light.
Let's get going. Never wanted the easy path.
So no, she's not using her fists on account of the fact that she didn't get to act, but you can actually toggle the light on and off in her passive as well. There's no cloakers on any of these other mushrooms. What we have done is put ourselves in a spot where it's either going to be 101 jumps back or we're going to take damage falling. So feather fall it is.
Hey.
Go on. There you go.
Still alive. So that's progress. Time to press ahead.
Lurkers above, below, and
Bag of
sideways.
holding.
We have a door. That's about all we have from the looks.
Don't burn yourself.
At least things have stayed interesting. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Don't touch me. Should be easy.
Never a dull moment.
Okay, so we're definitely back in the temple, but the question is, do these areas connect, or are we on a side path? We'll go in for now, but I might double back to the other entrance eventually, just to not Can't miss too many things in a row. There's some mushrooms. We can extract them? What is that? Oh, is that like the alchemy thing? But like a weird, more direct version?
With haste.
Wait, is that alchemy stuff? It is. Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. Is white mushroom
I'll take that.
alchemy? No.
I do like it down here. It's nice. Homey.
And
This
mushroom
is a
soup isn't
dedication to
even.
my goddess's power and dark beauty. Homey. To mind. Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want
Thought I'd started a. I was trying to click on a vase and I spoke to Shadowheart. There we go. There's an automatic quick save. You made a lot of money from Valjoning it. What, taking all of the silver? Yeah. I don't know that I certainly don't have the weight space, but Shadowheart does. Why does she have so much? She doesn't. She's only got 150. It's just that I guess I
What am I to do?
gave her a lot
Got
of
to press on.
free space.
Worth grabbing.
Is this worth it as well? No. It's only silver. Yeah, I didn't want to shine it, I wanted to pick it up. It is hard to actually pick things up when you want to right-click. When you want to left-click, it's fine, but when you run a right-click it to add it to wares, it is miserable. What about the cutlery? 10... 10. Yeah, in bulk, it's worth it. This is nothing if not bulk. The mushroom soup is food. The plate doesn't count. Copper plate is not worth your time. Now the real question is, will the Bishop of Shah forgive me for this? Yeah, that's one of those cases where, you know, it's not so much... The point isn't the point so much as the word. I know those plates... Oh, they're silver. They're just not cold silver. There's 3 of them and they're worth 20 each.
Still breathing, despite everything. These boots have seen everything.
It's funny how you value potions in most JRPGs and never use them, but like... I have gotten very comfortable with just whacking on a healing potion because I value... It's because in a JRPG you don't value your MP, right? Because your MP fixes as soon as you go to a rest spawn. So your MP is what feels like your limitless resource. It's almost never tapped, and if it is, you just go rest. D&D, though, it's technically the same system, but the spell slots feel more important. It's technically the same system. You have a resource of MP that runs out and you fix it by resting, and then you have potions, which are, you know, numerical. So why do I like using the potions instead in this one, but not in those JRPGs? I don't know. I think it's because the number's smaller. Having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Having less than 20 spells feels like a threat, whereas having 300 MP feels like a pool. For the Bishop of Shar to forgive Shadowheart, someone would have to arrest... Oh, that's true. Like, they like trickery and shit, so stealing without being caught is probably... Maybe not from a Shar temple, but in general, Shar's probably like, well done. Anyway, there's a plaque here.
Feed your bodies and rest your minds. Lady Shar needs her warriors strong and ready.
There's a lever that unlocks the door. Certainly will. Beyond here...
You daughter, come closer now.
Reconstituted duelist and marksman, and it looks like this is... takes us back into like the temple proper, and I get the feeling that other entrance would work with. So maybe I don't want to go through this door. We unlocked it, but maybe I want to go around the other side from here. But we'll still look in here. So we'll have to dawdle a bit. Sorry, angry man. Abandoned journal. The handwriting is a hasty, lopsided scroll. About the pages are blots of ink and what may be smudges of dried blood. Lady Shar continues to preserve me, though escape is impossible. The beast still prowls our halls, though the sounds of battle no longer reach my ears. I fear all my brothers and sisters have fallen in defense of the Night Singer's sacred gauntlet. But I shall wait. The beast will not linger for long, surely. A shorter entry, the handwriting even more skewed and erratic. The beast still remains. Why does it not just leave? And why does it sing? The food is gone. I must preserve my strength. The final entry is barely legible. Mistress, embrace me. Please.
What's inside?
A scroll of confusion. By all accounts, a difficult read. A Justiciar helmet. Horribly ugly. Even if she wants to join them, I'm sure she doesn't want to wear that. I'm sure she does. We do have Speak with Animals on. What's with all the rats here? Hello?
Unworthy. Unworthy to walk among friendly bones. Leave.
Calm down. What are you talking about?
Talking of you. Intruder. Invader. Unworthy one. These halls are not for you.
What about her? She can't talk to them, but still.
The rat holds its ground. It almost seems defiant.
Extend a hand?
You're being held up by a snack. Leave the rodent and let's look around.
Oh, a snack, is it? I didn't know you were a Nosferatu.
a lot on my mind. And, well...
We outnumber you. Leave me be. Unworthy of dark cloak. Unworthy of dark fur. Unworthy.
There's something strange about the vermin in this place.
You reckon?
Can't put my finger on what, though.
Consider the rat's tone and choice of words. That's weird. Can I guide myself? Fuck! Better.
The rat isn't merely territorial, it's proud. This place means a great deal to it.
This place is important to you. Why?
We've always been here. It's ours. We watch over it. You do not belong.
Are you really being waylaid by a snack? Let's just look around. Vermin be damned.
Alright, Astarion.
Leave. Away. My nest. My dark. This is the path of heroes. Your feet sully it.
Study the rat's behavior. Or not. Study the rat's behavior. Fuck me dead. I'm not spending all my fucking inspiration on rats.
You fail to glean anything. It's just a rat.
I don't want to yell at it.
2 legs. Too familiar.
I don't want to kill it either.
Seems like a good mate.
Joined an army. Became an army. Leave! Unworthy. Unworthy to walk
Come on, let's go.
Observe the rat's behavior. We'll just get a bunch of other people to try.
The rat holds its ground. It almost seems defiant. The rat has a thick coat and dark, staring eyes. Old, but in good health.
Oddly brazen for a rat.
All right.
Well, we could ignore it. We are more powerful than the fucking 1 HP rats. Watch them turn into something that isn't rats. As soon as I click on the altar to Shar. First, we'll steal your incense. Do you mind if I do that? Didn't think you would. Let's go.
A place of offering to the Dark Lady. May she embrace the entire world.
Pray. I'm good at that now. Except no, I'm not, because it's intelligence, not fucking wisdom. Never fucking mind. Never mind, I am good at it. I'm quite good at it with the power of high roll.
A pleasurable shiver runs down your spine.
Oh.
You feel as if you've unburdened a troubling thought and forgotten it forever.
The Night Singer's Favor. Resistant to necrotic damage until long rest. And what does this mean for the rats?
We outnumber you. Leave me be.
Still mad! Still mad!
I should speak up.
Unworthy of...
That's a mean old rat. Wonder what's bothering it.
I don't know! Like, we could just fucking leave them, but... I kind of want to know what's up their ass. Give Shadowheart to try the altar. Can everybody do the altar?
I wonder what the next move is.
Offer prayer and devotion to the Dark Lady. No roll.
Your prayers fade away. Nothing comes to you in return. No soothing presence, no spiritual embrace. Only darkness and silence. Your efforts must be inadequate. You must do more to please Shah going forward.
Silently swear your body and soul to her. Give yourself over entirely. That feels... We do this? It feels like it might have... Yes! Yes. I don't know. I don't. Let's not. And the reason why I say let's not
I've got a long road ahead.
is because this is it's kind of like Lae'zel Vlaakith, right? Like Shah, I'm sure that you can, just as I'm sure that you can encourage Lae'zel to embrace Vlaakith, I'm sure that you can encourage Shadowheart to embrace Shah, but I'm sure that you can also try and tell her to back away from her. Who knows, maybe it would have changed how the rats saw her.
This is the path of heroes. Your feet.
What's next, I wonder?
It's hard to tell when I'm the only one
No time to rest.
who speaks with animals, but they're all hissing. Now what happens if we threaten the rats? I did quick save. I refuse to fight the rats. If they attack for this, I will fucking quick load, but what happens if we, you know, assert dominance?
Try it. A lot more guts than you'd expect. A lot more.
Fuck, okay. Bye then.
Have to keep going.
I do not know that there's anything that you could do with the rats except leave. You didn't know other people could pray. Did you not try to get your character to pray at the altar? Did you just go straight to Shadowheart and then presume it was an interaction for her? I mean, it might be because I'm a cleric. Maybe, hang on.
Let's march. All right. Let's see.
You did this entire area with Shadowheart as the party leader. That's interesting. Yeah, she can pray too. She's not going to do well, but she can. I bite my tongue, sorry!
A pleasurable shiver.
Everybody can get the buff, except for Shadowheart.
Careful, I'm bound.
Alright, Mr. Sets
Over here.
fire to a church based on his own self-combustion if he should happen to enter it. Let's give you a shot of prayer.
Very well then.
This is... If there was any character who wouldn't be allowed to do this, it'd be him. Yeah, he can do it. He hasn't got a happy buff, but he fails. I'm definitely not spending inspiration. Also, I think this is the thematically appropriate result.
Your silent gesture vanishes into a pitiless, dark void. Your heart aches faintly with an inexplicable feeling of loss.
Oh, shit! How long is he Shar stricken for? We may need to remove that.
next?
We have Remove Curse, but it's a high-level spell. At least, maybe we do. It's possible I didn't prepare it, but then I just need to prepare it, you know?
Let's move.
Oh, it's a level 3, is it?
I'm
I
ready.
thought it was level
Whatever
4.
it takes.
It's one that I would take, unless I felt like I did not have room. There it is, Remove Curse. Right. Starry Man, let's... What do you mean you can't read? He's over
Let's
there!
try this way.
Okay, there we go. Now the question is whether Shadowheart would consider that act to be moral under her code. Like, removing a curse applied by an altar of Shar? Narratively speaking, she probably would refuse to do that, and I would have had to. I think I have the spell as well.
Back home will
And if I don't, I think I
never
can...
do this.
No, I don't, because my cleric level stopped at 1, of course. She's the only one who could.
Is that
Minthara
right?
had it, I think.
No, never mind. Light on my feet.
Considering it says Shah-stricken. We don't have Longstrider for some reason? That's strange. Why don't I have it? Oh. Withers cleared my buffs. Shadowheart wasn't in the party at the time. What happened to me?
Wanna dance?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
How did I end up over there? It's like I fell down this chasm, but I didn't die.
Let's see.
One of the scariest things that ever happened to me when I was a kid. Have any of you ever heard of a PlayStation 2 game, and don't get confused here, called The Bard's Tale? Oh god, Void Cloud, get out of there, get out of there. Starry Angel, get hurt, get out of there, get out of there. Faster! PlayStation 2 game called The Bard's Tale, which is not to be confused with the much older PC role-playing games, The Bard's Tale. This was an action RPG that was nothing like what it was named for. But it starred a bard, and it was like... It was a humor-focused game. I quite like it, but it's very 2000s. And it had a little world map that you walked your character on from location to location, and I walked into a corner once, and I just fell into a light blue void. The world disappeared, and everything was light blue, and I could, like, turn, but I couldn't walk, and it was the most terrifying thing. I dreamed of this. I don't know why it affected me so much. That is probably the genesis of my issues with endless void locations in video games in general, because that one was not supposed to happen. So I'm very fucking glad. Yeah, Blue Moon, you were the primary source of my don't get confused. I didn't expect anybody else to have any idea what I was talking about, but I expected, fully expected you to hear those words and relate it to the wrong thing. Not because you're an old person, just because you know these things. I would expect the same thing of a couple others, just none of them that are currently here. Now, I think we just have to dash. This was annoying before, and it's annoying now. I don't know why it's there. Previously, the person in the back had trouble making it out in time, so let's ungroup and move everybody, like, to the cusp of it, so they have the least amount of
I'm ready.
space.
keep going.
You just have to... you feel legally obliged to acknowledge that you are old.
All's well that ends.
Well, that isn't going
As
away.
bad as it could have.
What would you say is the threshold? When would you say that
Got it.
the obligation begins? Or is it more a matter of mood and feeling than raw number? Dreams unwind, old's a state of mind. I know he doesn't have to, but I always like to use the cunning version of dash on him first.
Watch your back.
Just in case he gets attacked or something and wants to use the action. But yeah, those two are the easy ones, because Karlach's move range is bonkers, and Astarion has 2 dashes.
On I go.
You think the reason why we had trouble was just because me and Shadowheart did not have 3 meters?
What to do?
Probably. Because yeah, everybody's fine now. Everybody's got more than enough. I did move them closer though, but like we're well out of the cloud. Karlach further, but anyway, I didn't need to come back here. I could probably have worked my way back to it. It's just that I like when I'm given a circle. I tend to only advance a little way into my first path and then pick the other. And this feels like a circle. If I'm wrong, and there's a line here and I end up having to go back through this thing, I'll be annoyed, but I don't think I am.
Let's see what this does.
Oh god, what's happening now? Oh, it's just auto-set. I'm sorry, the shove circle?
No traps, please.
Oh! Oh yeah, that would be hilarious. I'd be so thrilled. What? See, I wouldn't have called that shove circle in my head. To me, shove circle is a circle of people pushing each other. Okay, so we have the reconstituteds again. So then what was talking in that room? Because evidently it's probably not one of them, because they seem generic. I'll definitely go left first. Oh dear. Maybe it was them. Hello!
You do not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
No, you do not belong. This is the Dark Lady's house. She has no use for old, faithless bones.
You plunder. You meddle. You upset my plans. Leave.
Right. Your plans. What are you planning, bony man? 3 corpses sharing 1 personality. Who or what am I speaking to? Right, we're not speaking to the corpses. The corpses are being used. You've only seen the other direction. Oh, so this doesn't happen if we go the other way. Interesting. I've heard of making instruments out of bones, but this is just ridiculous.
Bones. They are more than bones. More than flesh. more than skin, blood, hair, and piss. They are more. They are mine. Now leave before... Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now!
Is this Balthazar? Because he is a necromancer. The answer is almost certainly. But the duelists are on our side, weirdly. The Justiciar Avengers and Umbral Tremor, sorry, not Tumor. The Umbral Tremors aren't actually things. Dark Invaders use these to... Okay, so if we don't kill them, more fuckers will come out. That's the trick. Alright, let's sneak attack then the...
Be quick.
Umbral Trip... Hello? Fucking function. Can I not attack it? I am allowed to attack. I guess you just can't sneak attack a portal. Whatever. Dead is dead.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
You can't throw at him? What the fuck not? Well, there's only 3. Are you shitting me? Was that resistance? Yeah, damage 6. That was better, but I don't know why. Because that was 2. Call the week. Very good. Mark of Putrefaction. Yeah, I get why you're attacking that, but you really should focus
Am I being tested?
on the shadow arse.
Got to move.
What else do they resist? They're vulnerable to Radiant. We should cast Sacred Flame. That'll do absolutely fucking nothing. A Guiding Bolt would destroy it, but it would feel like a waste of a Guiding Bolt. Then again, she's got spell slots firing out of every orifice, so what's a level 1? If I can't have Karlach throw at that, then I should use Shadowheart to kill this, and this is the safest way to make sure it happens, because her bow might not deal enough damage. In fact, I don't think it can. Yeah, that does it.
Aye, aye.
That does the fuck out of it, in fact. Rarg. Is that not normally how it goes? Do the shadow anuses usually manage to pop something out? All of Shar's undead are weak against Radiant? I don't doubt that. Most undead are weak against Radiant, no matter who spat them out.
That's it.
Jesus, she's just too good at this point. Oh, that one lived. Usually Shadowheart misses. Ah, not if you do a Guiding Bolt.
I'm ready.
Further makes me happy that I did that, then. More summons is more EXP. Yeah, but from what I've heard, this game sort of, like, eventually you just run out of levels and EXP stops being relevant. So yeah, you could get there faster, but, like, you'll still get there. Immune to blind. Misses anyway. Miss. Critical miss. Guys, you're... Okay, that was a hit. But that was a miss. That's like 2 hits and about 8 misses. The most damage was dealt by one of the allies. I wonder if Baldur's Gate 3's future will increase the level cap opportunity. But, like, they would not do that for the base game. Because clearly it's balanced for what it is. But they would if they released an expansion-sized campaign or... From what I've seen, like... They've mentioned that DLC is not like a currently planned, announced, you know, talked about thing. That doesn't mean they'll never do it. It could easily mean that they have plans, they just don't want to acknowledge them yet, because that's how it works sometimes. But it could also mean that they don't want to add to this game. They're like, this is enough, we're going to make something new now. I don't know, what did the Divinity games have DLC expansions? Because it's a fairly done thing in this genre. The Pillars of Eternity games certainly have them, but the other Baldur's Gates sort of had one each. The first game, it's a little more complicated because it got one years later. But they couldn't go to 20 because, and I think they said somewhere that like level 9 spells are just ridiculous. Baldur's Gate 2 does, but its implementation of level 9 spells are a bit, you know, awkward. Certainly D&D 5th edition 9th level you can't. you can't. Not in a way that makes sense. Right, they could control that. They could, like, you know, have most 7th level spells but just get rid of the one that's a super duper problem. I don't think I don't think reasonable people would complain. But you are threatened. Why can't I hit you? Well, threatened by me, not flanked.
Never a dull moment.
Well then, we can approach this one, and it's only got 10 health actually. Astarion probably kills it without the sneak attack. In fact, I could probably just kill it with my firebolt. And Astarion could hit someone else. Yeah, goodbye.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Too far away, maybe? They're definitely in melee with those guys. Or does it not count because they're yellow?
Keep guessing.
Doesn't count because they're yellow, I think. It's a shame. Still. Pretty nearly bloody dead.
Well, so much for peace.
Can you finish that with Call the Wake? Yes. Actually, I think you finish that with just your damage. What does that Mark of Putrefaction do? Marked by the dead, vulnerable to necrotic damage, or loses necrotic resistance, which I believe they have. So now they don't. Interestingly, that one has a whole bunch of resistances, but this one just has the one vulnerability. Well, I don't need to spend any more spell slots. These guys are getting absolutely face wrecked. Which means Shadowheart will do nothing.
Good. Go on.
They're also quite weak, 34 HP. Yet still somehow taking 3 throws, I guess because of resistance to the physical. The other one will go down faster. Oh, God's sake.
Let's end this.
Sure, cutting words. Get him! Not quite good enough, but I'll take it. 3 HP, go on. Better.
Nothing will stand in my way.
The firebolt always looks scarier than it is. It looks like it deals collateral. It doesn't. But like whenever the firebolt goes off next to someone, I have that brief moment of because I think I've just used a fireball and then my allies are gonna get cooked. And it's never true. But it always takes me a second to recognize that the visuals are deceptively wide.
I hope. Better not be cursed.
There's a displacer beast down there. Good to know.
What's hiding here?
And a pearl. Just carrying incense around. Least expected. While obscured in shadow, the wielder has a 1d4 bonus to their ranged attacks. Well, if we hadn't swapped Astarion to crossbows, it would be tempting, but I think I like his crossbow setup right now. There is more here. Looks like a travel spot, but I don't know.
So many must have toiled to make a visage so
If it isn't our mistress of beautiful, what anguish she has visited upon.
Right.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
This seems like a really nice place you would take your children.
So this isn't scenery, this is area. I think I'd want to go left first, but from the looks of it, you would use that to go here and then continue downwards. This... I don't know if that would be that way or, well, you might not be able to go that way, hey. We did take a look, but... Pedestal of Reckoning and Ancient Altar. What have we given us? It's just hand crossbows. Maybe we do want to give him the bow if it gives you something to do with the bonus action.
Let's be quick.
Where was it? Here.
A quick rummage.
Hamstring shot action, blinding shot action. Did you say bonus action? It doesn't look like it. Huh, the wiki is wrong. Well, the wiki might have been working with outdated information. They might have rebalanced that. I think 2 hits is better than 1 hit. That's where I sort of come down on it. Like, sure, these are nice, but I'm gonna only do 1 of them. I can take it. I just don't know that I want to put it on him.
No one stopped me yet. On my way.
Anyway, yes, you can jump to here. Whereas this looks like it's the level below. I think I would take this gem last of anything, including jumping across there. First of all, with a quick save, Pedestal of Reckoning.
On the altar is an inscription. Brave the gauntlet of your Lady Shah, surmount her trials, and rise a dark Justicia.
The Gauntlet of Shah. This place is legendary. Even with half my memories locked away, I still remember the stories. The Dark Lady's finest warriors arose from this place. Now I'm here.
And now you are. What are these trials, Shadowheart?
In order to join Lady Shah's elite, you had to pass her trials. Then make a sacrifice in her innermost sanctum. One revealed only when you've proven yourself. Very few made it that far. I've dreamed of this place. This is my destiny. I must complete the trials.
Are you sure this is what you want?
You know me better than most. But I need to find out if I'm worthy. If I prove myself to Lady Shah, she'll bless me with power. Power we can use to take on the Absolute and rid ourselves of these parasites once and for all. Let's explore.
Okay.
The inscription's challenge remains the same. Brave the gauntlet of your...
There's nothing more for us to do here. Not until we complete Lady Shah's trials.
Ah, so maybe we can't use the gem.
There are recesses on the altar that look intended to house something. Another such receptacle already contains a gemstone.
So perhaps we need to collect the gemstones.
I don't have anything to put here.
Evidently. Does this work?
Shot.
I'm not going to go there, but does it work?
Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not.
Okay, so we're not supposed to travel to the lower levels yet. Perhaps we need to put another gemstone in here before it will function. So we'll go left first. That's where the presumably Balthazar afflicted skeletons went. Perhaps that means Balthazar is that way. Technically, we're here to work with him. Technically. Oh yeah, it even tells us right here, we encountered a group of patrolling skeletons who likely serve Balthazar. Okay, so you got enough to figure that out, even if they don't spell it out in the dialogue just yet. So as we're pretending to be loyal true souls, we can probably work something out with him instead of fighting. Although it looks like there's a path up and around there. Does this work, real Gav? Maybe not, game Gav. Well, you know, I'm glad that we're attuned to one another. That we can speak on the same wavelength. My virtual self can answer my meat self's questions. Oh boy. Right. I mean, technically we can go down that. The stairs are right... Ah, okay. So this area I was looking at thinking it would relate to here. But maybe the The traversal gem might actually send you all the way down there. But we could leap down this chasm and end up... So yeah, we can go down immediately. Question of how far down. And as an alternative to the chasm, we could also go down these stairs and arrive at a higher up level. But again, my first priority is to connect around to the other entranceway. Can I read this? It's a plaque, but it doesn't seem clickable. This one is. Oh god, there's a rat.
Brave the gauntlet of Lady Shah. Test body, mind, and spirit with her trials. Glory awaits the few who succeed.
Hey, rat.
What's up for discussion?
Join an army, became an army. Leave!
Right, so the rats are mad everywhere. And we have a fast travel spot for the gauntlet itself. So yes, rather than go in there, head this way and we can probably match up with the... It does sort of get mangled as you move. The map, I mean. Like, now that's a solid rock because it's changing the verticality. Which makes it hard to figure out where you are and where you've been. God, what is that? That is a hanging corpse.
A very gory idea of art.
I remember back when the Elder Scrolls Oblivion came out and they had those, like, speared corpses in the Oblivion gates. And it was always the same model. But, like, that made news for being gory and disturbing and inappropriate for children. Remember the 2000s when games would make the news for being inappropriate for children? Like when Mass Effect got in trouble for its sex scenes. I'm glad that mainstream boomer media has given up. Because, like, imagine them talking about this game. Okay, is this Balthazar's seat? I haven't seen him. But this is the area that matches up to where we were. Yeah, this game that's made... Well, yeah, like, it's the issue was non-gaming culture being slow to understand the shift in what games were. I mean, I would say that games were never just kids' toys. Like, I don't think that's ever been true, but they were definitely described as such back in the days of arcades. When it was an arcade, you sent your kids to the arcade to have fun. And yes, teenagers and young adults went there too, but older folks wouldn't unless they owned the place. But I mean, shit, I've played old games from those era, and they were all bastard hard, and I have no idea how a kid could ever enjoy them. Yeah, if an E for Everyone game has a sex scene in it, something has gone wrong, and there is a, you know... There is neglect and a miscarriage of decency going on, because it is wrong to market something for an age range lower than it is appropriate for. Absolutely, but... I guess the issue that it comes down to is that, unlike every other form of media that is, you know, basic, book, film music. The world just sort of understands it because it's easy to pick up and consume. Someone doesn't have to be into movies to know how it works. Someone doesn't have to be that interested in music to know how it works. But people who do not have any familiarity with games can very easily misunderstand just about everything about them. That's a problem when those people have power. Yeah, but like, you never got news stories about how R-rated films had things that weren't appropriate for kids in them. That was never like, they never attempted to turn that into societal outrage. There have been R-rated movies that generated societal outrage, but generally the point of that was, this is inappropriate for everybody. Whether that was correct or not depends on the movie. But a lot of the moral panic around games included content that would be perfectly acceptable in adults-oriented other media. Nobody would cause a fuss over that, but because it is a video game, we presume it is for children is the issue there. You're sure there are... Well, yes, but I mean, like, there's a difference between extremist idiots trying something and not getting very far off the ground versus major network making a story about this like it's normal. That's what I'm talking about. Stuff in the 2000s where, like... Because I don't know if you've seen the sex scene in Mass Effect 1, but they're incredibly tame. But it was a legitimate controversy at the time that Mass Effect was some horrible R-rated game, and they tried to suggest it was pornography and that kids were going to see porn. It was very silly. That shit doesn't happen to the extent that it happened with other media. Because, you know, if a movie is being questioned, it's easy enough for the people in charge of sussing things out to just watch the film. But if an RPG is being questioned, you don't have 100 hours for somebody to sit down and check that out. You don't.
Head inside, now.
He's very insistent, this fella.
Enough dawdling.
So I guess if you enter this room, and I came very close to doing that.
Hurry inside, or your racket is liable to.
You won't get the scene from further out. But we still get a scene here.
Rancid donkey scrotum! The quakes herald the shadows. It's already too late.
God, I think I like this man. I probably shouldn't. There's no way he's anything other than horrendous, but a man with that grasp of language, I cannot help but enjoy. Hey there, dead man. Tell me a story. And we have an identical fight, except this time there are...
Trespasser. Merkel's fat lapdog.
4 shadow anuses. And we do not get to sneak attack.
Excellent.
No, it's not excellent, it's fucking terrible.
What's the plan?
I am going to use another guiding bolt, I just think it's a good investment. What will Karlak do? She's probably going to have to run up and melee it. So I'll let her have that one. I think that's well within her range. We haven't met Balthazar in his headpiece yet.
On the move.
That said, there's only fucking one enemy, so this is going to be a very easy fight once these are... Yeah, if I take care of these before they get a turn, this is no fight at all.
choice but to keep going.
Now, the firebolt didn't do well. So I think we should just shoot. Because we don't have anything else. We have Vicious Mockery, but I don't think we can mock a con. Yeah, that would do nothing! So I'm gonna shoot it. Works!
Shall we cut and run?
What? Oh, cut and run. Okay.
Need to act fast.
Let's see if these guys kill him, actually. They might. But no, they do seem to be, like, wired to focus on actual tangible enemies, not on the spawner. So, you talk about Necromancer. Is that because your wizard college was Necromancy? Do you get wizard college-based lines? I imagine there's not many, but for when you're dealing with someone who is exactly what you are, I guess you would. Alright. I'm gonna need you to have to run up and... I guess she could shoot it, actually. Deals more damage with the pike, though. If she can, yeah, if she can make it, she should melee.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Oh, fuck you. Well, she gets 2 attacks. Still annoying. We don't really have an offhand. She could rage, but there's nothing to rage against. It's got 6 HP. So you didn't get, like, Necromancer lines for the... Alright, there's more. Okay, Billy Mays here.
Got to concentrate.
It's gonna have to use all of her level 1s, but they're level 1s. I think it's fair. Where are the others? Before I commit to something. Karlak can run there. I can probably hit that.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Time to press ahead.
Yeah, we're within range. Very good.
I'm ready.
Let's finish this.
Surely you can handle one Avenger. There you go. Now, do the rest of you go for the... You don't? What is wrong with you that you don't... Oh, no, okay, they are heading there. They're heading there and blocking Karlak's fucking path.
Need to learn the hard way.
No, they're not. She can actually stab in between them. That's cool. Yay, it's over. No, it's not. We cannot hit that one with melee, but that's fine. We'll just shoot it.
Delicious. Time to move.
Time to push my luck again.
So what we have instead here is a deep umbral tremor.
On my way.
I'm not that much more impressed, and I think I'll save Shadowheart's Guiding Bolt. Because Karlak will get it before it does anything.
Onward.
Or they will. Nope, they just dash again. Threateningly pose before... Oh no, they do get to attack. Hold on, if you each deal 4 damage... Nope. If I let that one live, it'll spawn the semi-boss. I don't know that there's any reason to do that. Is there? Again, I knock back the idea that I need to get take on any challenges for the sake of EX, just to see it. I mean, I could Google it, or I could, you know, deal with it some other time. It's not the sort of thing that really excites me so much.
Watch this.
Hey y'all, watch this! Holy fuck! That can't be you, right? That's got to be your guard. They said cool headpiece, and you're bald and dead. It's a terrible combination of things.
Enough dawdling. Come to my inner chamber.
I should speak.
God, he's so impatient he cut off his own conversation.
Sunset can't come quickly enough.
It is interesting when it does that. It's like it's like there's misaligned flags of when a line of dialogue has finished, and so it will just skip.
Enough dawdling. Come to my inner chambers.
That one works. Is it going to skip the same area every time, I suppose, is what I'd like to test.
Enough dawdling. Come to my inner chamber.
Seems simple enough.
I think it's because he delivers that line in different ways for different types of ghoul. And the timing is cutting it off at the end of the fast one's speech.
You
Can't be certain, but that's what it feels like.
Enough dawdling. Come to my inner chamber.
We'll never know if that voice actor truly said burrs. Oh, there he is. Commander of the Reborn Dead. Not fond of shirts. I don't mind his coat. I mean, a clean version of it would be alright. 91 HP is level 8, Commander of the Reborn Dead. Now the question is whether we're going to end up killing him or working with him. He's got a lovely bed here. It is illegal to look through his viscera pile? I guess he's a necromancer. It is probably useful resources. But anyway, let's make nice. He's definitely not the monk from Throne of Baal, I can tell you that.
Ah, the interloper. And in one piece as well. Though it's not all natural, is it? A touch of the divine. Most curious for a true soul.
Be very, very happy with you if you stop skipping fucking dialogue. What he said was, ah, the interloper. And in one piece as well. Not an entirely unpromising specimen for one naturally born. We lost a whole sentence. Yeah. I have a cleric line. I did say I'm probably not going to pick cleric lines very often because it's a function over style decision I've made here. I didn't pick this because I wanted to add a great amount of religious devotion to my character so much as I wanted to make my character better. We could pick it, but probably we don't actually want to challenge him right now, you know? But he said this because we're a cleric? That is interesting. Yes, I am God Bard, look upon me. Zrel sent me, Balthazar. She thinks you're in danger of failing your master.
General Thorn. Rubbish. Everything is at hand here. Zrel merely envies the General's faith in me. I am in the midst of a grand strategy.
Yeah?
But you're here now, and I may be able to put those limbs to work. You know what's at stake here. I take it.
You're sure you've read of a note? If this fucking acknowledges the guy from Throne of Baal, I will be very happy. I think I've told this story before when we first heard the name, but there is a Balthazar in Throne of Baal, and he is a monk. He's not a necromancer, he's not this guy, he's a monk. He's one of the last Baal spawn, and he's weird because when every other Baal spawn in that expansion are evil and want power for themselves, he wants to be the last standing Baal spawn so that he can cleanse the world of Baal's evil by killing all the others and then himself. Which makes perfect sense and is a nice twist on the otherwise fairly uninteresting march of bosses that expansion gives you. Like, you can't follow up Baldur's Gate 2's base game's villain. You've got no hope. So they didn't really try, but the carousel of evil guys they threw at you was largely uninteresting, other than this one. So it's very strange to reuse the name. Let's see if this tells me why. Hope I get. Hope I pass. I should. Advantage +3. Was my own guidance. Go on my own power. There we go. We got a nat 20. We're fine. Go on, bring it up. Don't tell me about this guy's heart past. Tell me about a dude from 200 years ago and how it's confusing that his name is being reused. Please.
You remember an ancient scroll rescued from an Ancathren monastery. It spoke of Balthazar, the monastic order's leader. Specifically, it recorded his death.
I recall tales of Balthazar the monk. I must say the legends don't do you justice.
He didn't seem very legendary when I took his name.
Oh, fuck!
Naught but a pile of bones. Impressive tomb, though. But enough idle chatter. Keep to the matter at hand. You do know what's at stake here. Yes?
That is so weird. Why did you take his name? Is that his body? Are you in it? You're obviously not him. You came upon his tomb. But why, what? I kind of want to pursue that further, but I can't. Fucking hell. It's a very fun name, but that's still fucking... That might be it. That literally could be it. It could just be that, it's like there's two paths here. Either somebody in Baldur's Gate 3's writing department thought Balthazar was a cool name, took it, applied it to a character knowing it had been used before, and they put that in to acknowledge it. Or it was a coincidence, and somebody noticed. It was like, hey, wait a minute. You know there's a Balthazar in Baldur's Gate 2, right? What? Yeah, there is. Shit. Should we change the name? Nah, I got a funnier idea. Like, it doesn't have to have anything to do... Like, yeah, they can be completely disparate, but instead, like, well, what if this one just robbed the other guy's tomb and took his name with him? I want to ask a question. I need to find a Baldur's Gate 3 narrative dev and ask how the Balthazar thing happened. That's great. Man. Because it could be done with intent to mean something, or it could just be tying it together after they realized. I think both answers are very interesting. No, what a pile of bones. Impressive tomb. Keep to the matter at hand. You do know what's at stake here. Judging by how you're cowering in here, your survival? To quote DBZA Roshi, you think Master Roshi is my real name. Well, no, because Roshi is a weird one, because the English translation to Master Roshi is, funny. Right? I can't remember if Gwambush was the one I had this conversation with, or if it was someone else that I spoke to about with Dragon Ball Z, but the thing is that in Japanese, his name is not Master Roshi, it's Muten Roshi, but it's not a name, it's a title. Because at the beginning of the show, at least, obviously not as it goes on and the Godzilla threshold is challenged, but in the beginning he's like the oldest, greatest martial arts master, and so his title literally means Old Heavenly Martial Arts Master, and I believe the Roshi part is the part with Master in it, not the Muten part. So they changed Muten to Master and kept Roshi, but it almost translates to Master Master. Or Master Old Master or something. It's not quite. Roshi does not mean Master, it means Master and something else. Because Muten Roshi is 4 syllables, and the full title is Old Heavenly Martial Arts. Like, it's a lot of things all packed, so it should be 2 things. But anyway, it's Master Master. And so they turned the title into a name, because he doesn't have a fucking name in Japanese. They call him 2 things. They call him the Turtle Hermit, Kame Sennin, and then they call him Muten Roshi, the Old Heavenly Master. They never gave him a name in the beginning, and they never changed that later. Too late, really. If a character is not given a name early in its development, I think giving them one late just feels weird. Anyway. One of his responses to a non-bard says that Balthazar's name and ribs suited him better. Oh, God. Blue Moon, you like the theory that it was not created so much for like fully intent, hey, we want to connect these 2 characters because we have something to say about that, but more that somewhere along the way the name Balthazar was given to this dude, and then it was decided that they should acknowledge that after. Yeah. What's wrong with it? Yeah, I like that. Works fine in America because who the hell is going to learn Japanese? Yeah, well, that's yeah. When anime was first being brought over here, the target audience. I cannot imagine that the anime makers, not the makers, but like the anime distributors and dubbers of the 80s and 90s could have predicted the passion of the weeb. Especially in the pre-internet or the like really early internet days. I do not think you would have imagined what anime fandom and culture is now in the way. I do not think that would have been on the cards. So, yeah. Well, Zrael spoke of a relic, something called the Night Song.
Interesting. And private. Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my creations kill you right now, thief.
Sir, I am a jack of all trades and a master of many. Our meeting was not by chance, you need me. I wield the divine, I can use it to assist you or send you screaming to the fugue plane, your choice. I had Zarel's permission. Not only that, I had her directive. She told me to do it. I think that's more important than these.
Zarel exceeds her authority. But fine.
That's good too, because tension between them is
overlook
helpful
your
to us.
transgressions this time. There are much grander things at stake. The Night Song is my finest creation.
You made it!
If I never exceed myself, I will still die happy. Not that I ever intend to do something as gauche as truly dying, of course. Now, given your prying nature, I have work for you as a scout. The Night Song lends the General his strength, his invulnerability. It must be recovered before his enemies attempt to exploit it.
What happens to the General if somebody nukes the Night Song? Does he become vulnerable, or does he become paste? Like, is this a Davy Jones' heart situation, or more of a... there is a spell being cast on him and that is the source of the spell? Sounds like you've got good reason to be proud. Tell me more.
And spoil the surprise? I think not. But let's just say that the Night Song was a unique specimen even before I began my work. Words, even my words, are woefully insufficient. When you see for yourself, you will understand.
What do you need me to do?
I do not need you or your help. But you are here in spite of that, so I may as well make use of you.
What would you like me to do, you miserable prick?
But the way is barred, and Shah's dead are uncooperative. Clear the path for me by blade, cunning, or whatever it takes. I will remain here until you have succeeded. Or fallen.
I'd trust this gas bag about as far as I can throw him,
He can
which
hear you.
isn't far. But perhaps better to play along for now.
What is it here in the Shadow-Cursed Lands with bold, dark, purple-skinned men and terrible fucking attitudes? Sorry, Barkus, you're alright. You have resources to spare. Give me something to aid my search.
Fine. I will assign Flesh to aid you on your way. Ring this bell, and he will come.
Flesh. Oh!
My brother is no intellectual powerhouse, but he is strong, loyal, and punctual. Should a fight turn against you, remember the bell.
Sorry, he's your brother?
In part, yes. My poor unborn twin. Mother always resented me for it, said I strangled him in the womb. If you can believe such tripe. Besides, once I developed my powers, I fetched him from the graveyard and brought him back. Gave him a new, better body. Alas, Mother was not pleased.
What happened to your mother?
We're still close. She's in a jar on the shelf. Over there.
Right, I'll have the bell.
Flesh will remain here until called. But don't fear. He has very sharp hearing. I chose his ears myself. Now, get to work.
Golem. He doesn't have a face.
Bring me a femur bone. A good one, not the one with the marrow pots.
So that's the thing, killing this, or getting this one killed is not a bad idea. If this entity takes fire damage, it receives disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks to the end of its turn. It will go berserk if its health drops enough. That's not great. Spells that alter someone's form does not affect the entity. We can't turn it into a gnome.
Not lost your nerve, I hope. I tend to remove those from my creations. Too much fuss.
Right, well, the only thing we can do with him is kill him.
And I don't want to see any bite marks on it.
Hey, bud. Weirdly, you don't want to talk. There's a broken moon lantern and a dead pixie over there. Weirdly, it is not illegal to lie in Balthazar's bed. It is, however, gross.
Bring me a
See that condition the ghouls keep getting in lore.
A good one, not the one with the marrow pots.
They have it here.
Embalming fluid and
They lose it if they get too far from him, because he's got the aura. Allied undead are resistant to all physical forms of damage. So that is useless to me because I don't summon undead, but for a necromancer, yeah. Yeah, I imagine you liked having that. It does sound like a fun playthrough, a necromancer run. I forget, is, what's Gale? Because, like, realistically, all of those mage schools, you're never going to get unless you play as one, except for whatever Gale's is. Unless you redo him. Which you can, but... I don't really... Like, we did respec Shadowheart's domain, but... To me, if you were going to play something like a Necromancer, like, Gale doesn't suit that. I missed a vault. Well, I mean, I'm not going to go into a vault when he's right here. Oh, you mean this door? Do I have a key for it? Of course not. Is that going to stop me getting in?
Keep your distance, darling. Hardly a challenge.
Of course not. Maybe, actually. No, no it's not.
What to do? Best be on my way.
No traps. Callous Glow Ring. The wearer deals more damage against creatures that are illuminated. Infernal Iron. I don't think we need that anymore, but we'll take it. The ring works well on Karlach because everything hits twice. True, but I don't know that we have ring space because we already have the ring of Fillinging, which is 1d4 as opposed to just flat 2. But her other ring is the warding bond.
Never a dull moment.
You usually raid this while he's complaining at you. That is... Passive resistance is quite fulfilling, yes. Teachings of Loss. Endless Dark. Breathe in and out. Look inward. What in the deepest reaches of yourself do you see? A bright and blinding light? A harsh, exacting sun? Or instead, do you find a comforting, velvet darkness? A womb-like place where all you are, exactly as you are, can find repose. This is the darkness Shar promises. A darkness free of judgment, free from scrutiny, in which we are invited to exist in our purest essence, our most essential selves.
I should mind my step.
I wish all of the types of incense were uniform in how much money they were. Because, like, yeah, the stick isn't worth anything, the bowl isn't worth anything, the bundle is, the regular incense is. Yada, yada. Anyway, there is stuff you can loot in Balthazar's room, but not while he's there. As for the bell, look, if I remember to bring it, I will. Not bring it, ring it. At this point we have the ability to leap across there or go down these stairs. I think going down these stairs is probably correct, but in the end, yeah, this is the circle, and they both lead to Balthazar, which is fine. I should take my break. We need to complete the gauntlet now. You could choose to kill Balthazar, but I want to see what he brings to the table in cutscenes if we don't. If that means we have to have a worse fight later where he joins in, so be it. I'm sure that'll be fun. I'll be back as soon as I've finished eating. Try not to miss me too much. And we'll continue in about 15 minutes.
And I don't want to see any white marks on it. Never. Bring me a femur bone. A good one, not the one with the marrow. Embalming fluid and a pipette.
Enough! My creations have nothing to say.
It's definitely a problem with these particular
What's up for discussion?
entities. They just don't have enough time allocated to say their lines. There are several places you can fight Balthazar. So this is the first, the second. You've never done the third. So what that says to me is that the first location is right here, and it's entirely opt-in. And you can do it to deal with the problem now. The second location... There's two alternatives here, based on the way these lines have been written by you two. What I think most likely is that you're gonna end up fighting him in one of three spots. But if Demon Dragon's never done the third one, that means the second one is probably more insistent, and that the only way to avoid it is to do something Demon Dragon doesn't want to do, which was presumably an evil choice. As to whether the third fight is then a certainty, I don't know. But by our trajectory, if I'm right on that, we'll probably fight him at the second spot. Glad to hear it's the best from a storytelling perspective, though. He doesn't seem like the type of character you could avoid eventually conflicting with. Because, like, we're, you know, we're gonna kill Ketherick, so. That's my thing, like, the last possible opportunity might be at Ketherick's side, which you presumably don't want, because that's two bosses together. Anyway. I think... yeah, we have two choices now. We can either jump across to the right, or we can go down here. I think we'll go down here.
Here goes nothing.
Or we'll shut the fucking door by accident. There we go. Well, three choices. We could also jump down this chasm, but that seems silly.
Nothing of value comes easy. Overcome my trials, and win my embrace.
I shall prove myself worthy, Lady Shah.
But is Shah worthy of you, Shadowheart? That's the real question. Did we read this? We did. Pay close attention. Seek the means to access the relic. Search in the library. Do not deviate. Do not fail. Return promptly. B. I was saying B, Althazar. I think they failed, yes. Unless they're planning on getting back up again. They certainly got knocked down.
Her most vaunted treasure.
Nothing of value comes easy. There's a book over here, The Gauntlet of Shar. The bloodstain at the feet.
Initiates walked these halls once, seeking to become dark justiciars.
The
I will follow in their path. I will succeed.
The Gauntlet of Shar, from where an army of dark justiciars shall rise, and join battle against those who shun her embrace. It is said that the name of this most sacred of sites has two meanings. Firstly, it is a series of trials that Lady Shar's initiates must surpass if they are to join her most vaunted ranks. Secondly, it represents the most martial facet of the Night Singer's embrace, the armored fist that shall crush her foes, but gently cradle those who serve her. Initiates cannot advance to Lady Shar's final test until they have earned the rite of passage. Each trial shall yield an umbral gem. Each gem shall bring the victor closer to the Night Singer. Once the way is clear, the final sacrifice beckons, and spilled Selûnite blood shall herald the rise of a new Dark Justiciar.
Anything of use?
Soft step trial.
Best be on my way.
This feels like a good precaution to take. There are several locked iron gates and a sacrificial bowl.
No traps, please.
What comes now?
Take a look at that for me, will you?
The bowl contains an ancient rust-colored blood stain. It forms a neat disc, as if spilled calmly and willingly. You recognize this as a trial where initiates would prove themselves to Lady Shah. This one would put their skills of stealth and infiltration to the test.
Reach the other side to receive my gift.
Values those that can remain unseen and can still obtain what they want. Stealth is a virtue derived from her very essence.
So it's a maze. There are patrolling creatures. Okay.
Off I go.
Off I go then. Well, fuck off.
Unseen. Perfect. Better tread carefully. Blast it. Got to try again. Not be seen this time.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were coming that way. I mean, you don't really need to pass checks if you just avoid the eyes. It's very basic positional stealth more than it is rolling the dice. That's not good, though.
Better take a look.
That may help. Nope. Fuck.
Look, how tempting.
Difficulty class 10. Should be alright. The question is whether the others would have been allowed in. Given the nature of the challenge, I didn't want to control multiple people. But I wonder if Astarion could do it.
Seek no permission. Take all that benefits you.
I must keep going.
A soft step is better than any armor.
Probably wise, but hey, we're through. Why? To loot things? I guess there's other shit in here, but it didn't seem like you needed to.
Now what might you be hiding?
Trap.
I really don't know why it reckons we have 3 fucking gems.
What do we have here?
Ah.
Better take a look.
So it's a proper little playground, but really you can just go around it and fucking no worries. I think it's fun to get the key. I'll trap the shadows in the moving. That is cool, but yeah,
Nice and quiet.
didn't need to, I guess. How do you feel about what just happened?
Shah's blessings upon you.
You don't want to talk about the fucking trials? Okay.
Breathe
Whatever.
deep and move.
Oh, that was the soft step trial. Hang on. What's that? It's not actually traversable space from the looks. Unless that thing takes you there. I thought it would just take you out.
A long way to go still.
Let me just double check that to be sure. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Let's see what we have here.
It's not that button, is it? That was... No, that just opens this. Yeah. Well, all is good, all is well.
Don't waste a step.
Her most hallowed mercy.
Ooh, Shah and Mercy, huh? Well, heroes never die.
Here we go.
Self-same trial. Okay.
A ghoulish display. It is clear the victims suffered greatly before dying and being put on show. Another bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
This is one of Lady Shah's trials. Allow me, please.
You're just gonna keep cutting the same spot, because that hand is gonna be useless.
It teaches us that we are our own worst enemy much of the time. Her embrace will elude us until we shed that which holds us.
What does that mean? Do we have to fight ghosts of ourselves?
Sorry, was lost in thought. Something the matter?
What's on your mind?
I don't fully know. Just a nagging feeling. Almost like I'm conflicted about something, but I don't quite know what.
Crisis of faith?
It's nothing. Forget it. Too much time in my own head.
Bad place to be.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Fine. What's on your mind?
No. Interestingly small, that.
Another bowl bearing the stains.
Vanquish your old life to receive my wisdom.
Yeah, I think we're fighting ghost usses. Better than evil robot usses. Or possibly just a Shadow Heart, because she's the one technically taking it.
Prime spot for an ambush.
Oh no, he's got all of his stuff. Look, he's got the Cat's Grace, he's got the critical. Shadowheart has they have our gear! Wait, but will the thrower Karlach know how to do...
Let's see what you're hiding.
Thrower Karlach shit. Just because they are equipped like us does not mean they're going to act like us. We'll be saved.
Time to press ahead.
But this... There's an Elden Ring boss like this that people cheese by walking through the boss door naked. I assume it would. If you know what's coming, it depends on when they check you. Do they check you when you open this door, or do they check you when Shadowheart carves herself? Because, yeah, you could absolutely de-gear. What do you mean, break the door? So the door is the trigger. If one person walks in here alone, you only get a single enemy. Like, it really has copied us exactly because they're also missing the HP in places. Wait, no, they're not. That was me. I saw that. I saw Karlach. I was like, oh, 75 out of 83. Actually, she has more. No, she has less. She has 80. Astarion has less with 45. Shadowheart has 40. That's odd. I would honestly be keen to take out Karlach first. Maybe Shadowheart, actually, because she's going to use spells. Oh, I see. So if you walk through the door, your double spawns, but if you fight from here, it doesn't. Well, I think what I'm going to do is... Yeah, I think... Does he have alert? Damaging a reflection that isn't your own causes Shar to intervene. Hurting you, reducing all of your ability. Okay, we need to duel. Karlach fights Karlach. Shadowheart fights Shadowheart. Shit. Where am I? There. Tiefling. Sorry, we couldn't name you. Okay.
There is work to do.
Don't be shy. Light as air.
If this isn't important, nice and easy.
Could he shoot? Not really. Not without going into the visibility. He's also the most likely to survive walking into the invisibility. Into the visibility, rather.
Does this count as adventuring?
Probably. Let's go with Karlach, because that way it's 2-2. The question is who I want to start, because Karlach throwing would not be good for the pike.
What's the story?
She's also awkward because of her rage. It's awkward to ambush with Karlach. But she can make the hit. Karlach can yeet her lightning jabber. That's a good idea. Where's that though? There it is. Shadowheart, meanwhile, probably I'll just have her cast a spell. Just shatter. Because 40, right? Like, she can deal an on-demand 40 on herself and just end herself, presumably. What a phrase. Let's try this.
My little trick.
Where's the fight?
I feel like a rofé in a tea shop.
That didn't start a fight. Why didn't that start a fight?
I have to survive this.
I'm gonna use Shatter on Shadowheart. Level 4.
Let's make this quick.
That started a fight. That didn't kill. And now this is all of a sudden happening. I can counterspell myself. They cast silence on themselves. How big is it? Whatever, I'll counterspell. And then they cast jump. I don't need to give a shit about that. She saved, the adamantine plate reduced the damage. Well.
Well, well.
Throw a syringe. I need to get her into the fight.
This'll help.
Good enough.
This feels good.
Can we...
Let's move.
Get rid of the 2 dark? Yes. Decent. Whoa! Close.
Where do I go from here?
Where do I go from here? I don't know where I am.
Another step forward.
I am unfortunately shadow blending. Attacking someone else would do what to me? Reduce all the mobility scores until my next long rest. I can't afford to. I could haste Karlach, but I feel like it's a waste. Because she's only got one thing to attack too. Everybody's only got one thing to attack. What are the specifics of Char's rules? Is it dealing damage? Damaging. I could command Karlach to drop her weapon. Or to freeze. Right, after Astarion's double dies, Astarion can do what he wants. Move towards me on its turn and do nothing else. Drop its weapon on its turn and do nothing else. Flee from you on its turn and do nothing else. Fall prone on its turn. Halt, preventing it from doing anything. Drop your weapon and do nothing else. You cannot target undead. Fuck off. Well, I could cast Arabella's Shadow Entangle. That won't hurt it. Then it's stuck. It's kind of fun having to think up an unusual turn. We could throw a healing word at our Karlach. Because she's a bit sore. No, I don't have the movement for it. Because I can't currently see her. Okay. Dear. Charm? Don't attack me again? Hello! Miss. A fucking action surge! Cruel. She's a battle master. He's not supposed to be. What was in here? I saw something bleed through the wall at one point. Oh yeah, that's the that's where we were before. She doesn't have an action because she started the whole mess. Short of casting a spiritual weapon, there's not much we can do. It might not be terrible, because would that be able to hit anybody? She can afford a level 2. It's probably overkill, but she can afford a level 2. Maybe it could kill Astarians. It doesn't have a double, and yeah, well, yeah, it wouldn't affect Shadowheart is my point.
Fuck yes.
So you're on your second attack. Now I can throw the pike. Too close, but we don't have any other choice. I have 2 rage charges left. I might want you to use Second Wind instead, though, just because you took a bit of damage and because she'll die soonish. You're right, I could have action surged. Ow! You sunbeamed my vampire! Ass! Is that more or less likely to hit? So we actually have a condition applied to us. Self-same trial. Oh, okay. I didn't see this on myself. Char's created a reflection as a test. If a creature attacks a reflection that is not his own... Yeah. So it's applied there, too. It's also shaking off some reverberation. And is very, very sore. But Astarion is now unbound. Fortunately, it's my turn again, and I don't know where I am. Couldn't counterspell that. But the Silent Sphere doesn't affect Astarion, and Shadowheart can just leave it. I'm still invisible, though. I don't think you can melee. Nope. But you could... Can you sneak attack her? No, you don't have a source of that, unfortunately, but... That could have been bad. I just clicked to swap to myself with an attack active, which would have made Astarion attack me.
Blood comes easy these days.
I cannot move. I can't do much. Because I am still under curse. There's really not a lot that I'd want to do with myself right now. Most of my shit is for damage. I could inspire somebody. Yeah, see, that's the thing. All I could do is chuck a fireball over there and hope it hits me. It's not the worst idea in the world. Can I not? It won't let me because I'm down the stairs. I can only chuck it to, like, here. And I don't think that's... Because I'm over there. I'm definitely over there. Yeah, with Frightened, I can't... I think I just have to waste my turn. Honestly, I don't have any better ideas. Yeah, but we don't know where. I'm just gonna end my turn. I don't want to throw a fireball at nothing.
There's blood in the air.
That offends me. I got a 60% chance of hitting. We might want to jump up. Get over here. I suppose if I was moving up here, I should have healed the Astarion, but it's too late now.
Yes, here.
Scary, isn't it? Haha. Karlak used throw on Karlak, and they need 18 to hit, and they rolled 18. I'm gonna cutting words that. What? Behold a most noisy what? No! No, it wasn't cock. I can see it. It's there. Now here's what I need to figure out. If because I don't want to be over here. I want to be around here, but am I going to be able to hit Shadowheart with a spell from there? I'm gonna quick save, because if the movement here sucks, I am gonna quick load. I'm gonna try and see if I can get around.
Keep going.
And still have her in range for... Yes. Okay. Noisy fuck. That might have been better. Who doesn't enjoy one of those? I think just Shatter again. It's not going to kill her if she well, if she doesn't save, it will. Weak to there you go. Okay. Because they're technically undead. Level 1 Guiding Bolt is 4 to 24, but they're vulnerable, so it'll be even higher. The problem is the chance to hit is pretty low. Just make it a level 1. Yeah, about what I expected. Nothing else I can do.
Ready for another round?
Fucking hell. She's somewhere over there.
In position.
All we can do is throw the pike at nothing and hope it hits a person. I think she's right here, but I don't know if she stayed there. Hey! Well, alright then. Fuck. Yeah, we will do the action surge. There we go. You got the freedom now. Good. You can toss at her. No? Yes. Just had to menu navigate. Still, low chance of actually hitting.
Want to do it?
But there goes concentration, which means she's lethargic and we fucked over her turn. Perfect! Alright. Looking better now. She's very nearly dead, and then it's just dealing with my invisible ass. Now, the spiritual weapon's big weakness is that it just cannot fucking go anywhere. But we can go a lot further with the fly. Let's go right here. Sadly, it does not allow us to attack. It's using Fireball. Absorb elemental damage. Yeah. Choose that. And he's over there near the lit brazier. That helps. Starion, you are allowed to attack him. Can you melee him? Yeah. Go rush the fucker. Actually, it's everybody's turn. Is anybody else going to be in melee with him? Not really. Let's go do this.
No escape.
He got knocked over, but it worked.
Can't slow down.
Can't stop, won't stop. That was shield bash. Brilliant. Big miss! Smaller miss.
Got to keep fighting.
Do you though? Do you gotta? That's still fucking low chance to hit. Shield bash is operational! That's 45. That's 40. Just shoot. Right.
Bye forever, pal. Tactical. This'll
Please.
help.
I said please. Fuck.
I won't give in.
Can't give up.
Yeah, like, they're just hard to hit. Maybe the spiritual weapon can get her. No. Astarion is hypnotized, but he's also on his ass. Don't fucking hide again. Okay, no, you're revealed. That's good. Yeah, we only got a half chance to hit myself. How about Dissonant Whispers? Slightly more likely to hit, but not by a lot. Let's use it anyway. There! Deleted.
Got to focus.
Hey! Whew.
Still breathing. Just sight everything.
She took a lot of spell hits, but she still got all her big ones.
Have a lot on my mind.
I still have a lot.
Well,
1, 3, but 4s and 5s. Short rest, methinks.
Better than nothing. No one stopped me yet.
Happy with that, Shadowheart?
Shah's blessings upon you.
Yeah, like if you look at it, I had 23 AC, Shadowheart had 20. Astarion and Karlach, meanwhile, bit easier to hit. In Karlach's case, that's made up for by the large health pool, but Astarion obviously is just the weak link. But yeah, I'm a fucking wall at the moment. Like that was the main reason for the cleric dip. It mostly came down to the fact that bards level 11 and 12 are kind of unnecessary, but being able to safely wear heavier armor, and I have the freedom to wear medium or heavy with this. Right, I wouldn't expect them to to make use of that, but they probably had an equivalent equipped. Like, the AI would not be programmed to do it, but the Karlach probably had the ability. Sorry, what's Killer's Sweetheart? When you kill a creature, your next attack roll will be a crit. It sounds very good. I don't know who has the ring space for it. She doesn't. I just have a ring of jumping on. Probably good for Astarion. Yeah, once a long rest is not as great. I don't need the jump spell. It's funny because he used that because I had that ring on. That's why he was jumping. I don't need the jump spell unless I want to use it for, like, utility out of combat. So I'll put it on, but it's not that good.
What's cooking?
It's better than something that does nothing.
I've got a long road ahead.
But there's really no looting to be had
Let's
here.
have a look.
There is an umbral gem.
Might be useful. Moving ahead.
Ah, so the Shar subquest tells us about the trials. You think I'd enjoy wearing the Callous Glow ring? Well, who's illuminated? Or is it just anybody that's in the daytime? Does it have to be like an effect like with the Lathander light, or is it just, you know, so long as it isn't dark, they take a heavier hit? Anybody that isn't in the dark... No, so any daytime battle, it will affect everybody. And there's nothing really here, this is just more potential arena space. Though considering they spawn everybody up here, I don't think it would get used.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
A macabre arrangement of flesh. Only a truly depraved mind could dream of such a thing.
We have more rats.
Her most sacred path.
And yeah, the verticality continues to make the map weird because the self-same trial is there, but now it's a big black cylinder.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Hey, rat.
Unworthy. Unworthy to walk among friendly bones.
There is work to do.
Even
Let's try
Shadowheart?
this way.
Still? Two trials deep? We're not happy with me yet? Y'all are just unfucking kind.
Never mind. Can't slow down.
But we continue. And here we are, I believe, at the bottom of that chasm that I contemplated Feather falling down.
Let's see what this does.
But let's go through this door. The Faith Leap trial. Oh, yeah? Oh, it doesn't say jump to death. What the fuck? I wasn't planning on falling in. I was just going to either side. I assumed they were going to walk over there. I'm just gonna go back. I did save when I entered that room. You did, and you used up your 3 chances. Well, that's why we're reloading, because that was not the point. I'm not sure why 2 out of 4 people died and the other 2 were fine. This is the room of I hate this. Okay, so this is some sort of invisible floor room. The 2 who lived got teleported. Right, but I'm not sure what the difference is, and I look forward to finding out. Okay, so don't approach the edge. But, you know, my thought was, okay, well, I've walked here, now I need to walk to the other side, so I'll click there, because everybody will just go that way. Oh, right, well, let's... the altar.
Another bowl bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering.
Another trial. Allow me, please.
Why do I look like a fucking ghoul here? Go on. I know that we're allowed to tell her not to do it.
These were said to be sure of foot in even the darkest recesses of Lady Shadow's. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me.
I can't imagine that it's a good idea to tell her not to do it. And also, I don't think realistically we shouldn't really be able to tell her what to do.
My faith
This feels like another one to just send her on her own for. But I will be ballsed if I know where to start. She can just no, she can't.
Another bowl, another trial to judge the mettle of Lady Shah's initiates.
Navigate the darkness to feel my embrace.
I mean, it looks like there's platforms here, but there doesn't look to be platforms here. And this is where we are. This is emptiness. That can be walked on. Oh, but there is a lever here.
I'll give it a try.
Poor effort.
Oh, God!
Perhaps you are not worthy of my embrace, child.
I just pulled a lever. Right, reloading again, because that seems like a failure state. I don't like that. You've heard of an interesting and very easy solution to this trial. That sounds nice. But yeah. Otherwise, it's just, there's nothing here. So, like, if I walk, I imagine I will fall. Nope. Not there. There works. They fell here, actually. They managed to walk all the way to this side somehow. But yeah, there's nothing else. There's just a lever. And there's clearly some... Is the Lathander shit on? It is, I just can't see it. Okay, this works. She can walk on that. Wait, now I can't see the fucking things anymore. see them over there. There's probably one here, right? Yes.
Onward.
Most of the way. I think there was one, like, there. Yep. If she can just make it there. Yeah! A lot of it has to be filled in then. Because, yeah, you can fucking see the path, but, like, not when you're close. Like, all of it's filled into there, so that's safe. But I want to know the hint. Everywhere I stood was fine. It can't be that fucking complicated. There's the gem. Is the hint what Gwambush is talking about? An interesting and very easy solution to the trial? Look in front of the statue you bled into on the floor.
No time to rest.
Back to me. The actual floor, okay. Oh, these. Is that... Huh. Right, because these squares are those, and so okay. So what did I do? I walked this way. So it looks like you can only start from the middle. I guess I walked in the middle. I didn't even think that there were holes here and here, but I started in the middle, and there's a hole here. It doesn't fully add up. As soon as I could jump, I did. So I jumped over that hole. I was then just... I must have landed somewhere in this path, but you can actually just walk it. But I landed, like, here, and then jumped again. And then I was like, well... Because, like, it wasn't complete, you know... I did see all of this, right? I could see these. And so it was just that when I got closer, they disappeared. And so I was like, well, I know there's something this way, so I'm just going to jump this way. And then inch closer, and it worked. So I managed to get on this path, and managed to keep taking it. So, like, luck-ish. The easy solution is to take the leap of faith. If you click at the end point... she will auto-path. That's so stupid. But that makes sense. Yeah, you can walk through the right side path without... Because, the way the game does auto-pathing is it will take small climbs and jumps. It just won't take, like, proper jumps, you know? Like, it has automatic stuff that it'll do for smaller height differentials, but it won't, wouldn't, I don't think, climb onto one of these.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
Let's
times.
demonstrate this. If I... And I'm going to save just in case it doesn't work, but... If I say go there... That is so Baldur's Gate. Right, but it's not Shadowheart, it's whoever the fuck you click on, because it's just the game's engine. It's not... She's not special.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
But, like, looking at this map, there is a lot of space. There's a lot of fall, but there's a lot of space as well. It's not that punishing. There's tons of good landing spots, and that's why I succeeded blindly jumping, because... Look, the most danger I was in was probably this jump here, because of this massive section here. If I hadn't have jumped as far as I did, I might be screwed. And then along here, if I had jumped into that section. But I think what happens with the pathing is if you select an area that is solid ground, they're not going to walk into... No, that's not true, because we selected here and they just fell, didn't they? I told them from here to go here, and their solution was to walk through nothing. That tiny pit is why everybody fell and 2 people died.
Can't afford to stay.
Anyway, take the gem. Acolyte, in her footsteps. Solve each of Charles...
Can't give up.
Solve each of Char's trials. Really, we've done all of them.
There's no time to waste.
Greatly pleased, most satisfied, elated.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Something else in here. This room. Oh, there's one more thing in the gauntlet. Well, yes. I don't know where Raphael's old enemy is. Could be in this 4th room that we've not been to. But that looks like a fight. Against some justiciars and a shadow anus. We've also got the area that we couldn't take, and we've also got a jump to the right, which is where that probably leads to. So, yeah, but there's plenty of things in here still. But I assume you don't mean there's one more thing in the trial room that we just finished. Because I don't really want to keep running around in there. Well, there's a skeleton.
Another step forward.
No, that skeleton's empty. That was not worth it.
Well, well, well.
Also, I am in the ground. Yeah, I'd reload that. I'd reload. I literally just saved it. In fact, I don't need to reload that because it's finish time. I can just load that next week. Actually, no, I will, because I usually try to do a primary save when I finish, so we'll shuffle that over to the primary save just so that it's organized better, but I'll let that run while I'm finishing up. The weekend awaits. On the weekend, we'll be playing Hitman. There is an elusive target active now. I'm probably going to do that tonight, because you've seen me do the collector before, and it's a slightly annoying one, so I might want to focus on that one rather than stream it, but we'll do more Freelancer when we come back tomorrow and Sunday. Fare thee well.